Om Shri Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam online classes. I think you are free from all sound and communications. It means you have to free from TV sound, radio, mobile, all those. Okay? Because eyes will be seeing something, ears will be hearing something, so there will be confusion. Therefore, now you have to see more and write also. I think you are ready now. Okay, keep your books, pens, everything ready. You had sufficient energy also. I think you ate nicely, but don't sleep. Okay, now let us just revise what you have seen in the last class. Importance of sound in daily life. Where all do you get sound? You are very familiar with the snoring, and some of you, especially those who are fat, will have the habit of snoring. That's also sound. Where do you get? You have seen chirping of birds, then waves in the ocean, then a school bell, then wind blowing, and so on. You can make a big list. Okay, you can prepare a list, but all different sounds you are getting. And for some sounds you enjoy, you like it, but some sounds are not pleasant, is it not? We call it as noise. That we will see later. And also you have seen about the nature of the wave, characteristic and nature of the wave. What do you mean by wave? Wave is a disturbance caused in a medium. For example, you can try it after this class. Go to near a pond of water, where the water is steady, right? Or you can take one water in a bucket, put one stone on it. What will happen? There will be wave, that is a disturbance. The medium was very silent, right? Steady. When a stone is put, suddenly there was a disturbance. And when you say wave, it has got ups and downs. How can you see ups and downs? You must have a paper boat. And paper boat, know how to do it? Okay. Paper boat you have to prepare and keep on that waves. You'll see it goes up and down, right? So, then you say the ups are called as crests. The down is called as trough. Crest, trough, crest, trough. Alternately it goes. That's what you have seen in the last class. And we can represent it also. So we can represent this wave. And you also have studied about movement of sound in air. And we said that sound requires medium. Now we are hearing my sound. Are you? Yes, you are hearing. How are you hearing? Because of the medium called air. If there is no medium, you can't hear it. For example, moon, you can't hear any sound. Why? Even though it produces so much sound, you can't hear it. Because there is no atmosphere. So I mean to say that the sound will move from one place to another by the help of the medium. Okay? That's what you have seen in the previous class. Now let us try to answer the questions. Okay, have I answered it already? First question, how do mechanical and electrical wave differ? So difference between mechanical wave. For mechanical waves we want medium, and electromagnetic waves can travel through vacuum as well as in medium. So usually when you say mechanical, it refers to sound. Sound wave is an example for mechanical waves. So medium is compulsory. It may be solid or liquid or gas. So velocity of sound waves is highest in solids. Other day we gave a list. Why it is highest? Because the particles are very close to each other. Whereas in electromagnetic waves, it is still higher. It is about 3 lakh km per second. Is it not? Approximately, exactly it is 2.9997 into 10 to the power of minus 8 meters, or 3 into 10 to the power of 5 km per second. So this is higher than the mechanical waves. So these are the difference between the two waves. Now here is a question, a numerical problem. Velocity of sound is 330 meter per second. We call it as V. What will be the wavelength? We call it as lambda. If the frequency is 1000 hertz, we call it as N. So V and N is given. We are asked to find out lambda. So velocity of sound is 330 meter per second, frequency is 1000 hertz. What is the wavelength? So wavelength can be got by the formula V equal to N lambda. What is the lambda? Is it available in shops? No. It is a Greek constant. Lambda is a Greek constant. You heard about pi. In geometry you heard about pi, no? So this lambda, note the spelling and note the pronunciation also. It is a Greek constant. What are Greek constants? What are these called? Alpha. This one beta. This one gamma. This one pi. This one theta. These are all called Greek constants. So also this lambda is a Greek constant, just for practical purpose. So V equal to N lambda, lambda is equal to V by N, 330 by 1000, 0.33 meters. So that is the answer for this problem. What is the approximate audible range of frequency of humans? Human means human beings, means you and I. So the audible range of frequency for humans is 16 hertz to 20 kilohertz. What is Hz stand for? It is hertz. Why it is called so? Named after the scientist. So 20 kHz means what? 20,000. So this is K means 1000. So 20,000 hertz. So in this range we can hear. Suppose it is less than that, what do you call it? Infrasonic. If it is more than 20,000, we called ultrasonic. Isn't it? So this is called audible range. So remember it correctly? Okay. Audible range means the range of sound in which we can hear. And why cannot we hear each other on moon? Who was the first man to land on moon? Neil Armstrong. Is he not? He is a devotee. And there we cannot hear each other because there is no atmosphere. And actually what do you mean by moon? Moon is a satellite. What is a satellite? Satellite is a heavenly body which goes around the planet. The moon is a natural satellite. There are two types of satellites. One is natural, another is artificial. What is artificial? You have Bhaskara, Rohini, Aryabhata and all. Is it not? What is the relation between velocity, wavelength and frequency? Answer is V equal to n lambda. V is velocity, n is frequency, lambda is wavelength. Okay. So this is the answer for the home assignments. Now we will see today's topic. What is today's topic? The difference between transverse and longitudinal waves. So let us see first transverse wave. And in comparison we study one by one. First difference is electromagnetic waves are always transverse. As we discussed yesterday, electromagnetic, they are related to each other. They are perpendicular to each other and perpendicular to the axis. Sound waves are always longitudinal waves. Means they are parallel to the medium. They move perpendicular. They are parallel to the medium. Second difference, the transverse wave is one in which the motion of wave and of the particles are perpendicular to each other. I shown it last class. Suppose this is the axis and this is the way the wave moves. We have got what is called as crest and trough. Crest and trough. So they move perpendicular. Whereas in case of longitudinal waves, the motion is in the same direction and they will be parallel. So the movement of, you have compression and rarefaction. Compression and rarefaction. Condensation and rarefaction, that is how the longitudinal waves move. Okay. I think remember what I told last time. When you say so wavelength means what? This is crest. Distance between two crests, that is called as wavelength. We call it as lambda. Similarly, distance between two troughs also. In case of these longitudinal waves, distance between two consecutive compressions or rarefactions, we call it as the wavelength. And what is the unit of measuring it? Unit is meters. Okay. So these are the difference between the two. And the same thing in the figure form. Transverse waves fluctuate at a right angle to the direction that the wave is traveling. So this is right angle. And this is what is called as amplitude. And in case of longitudinal waves, fluctuate in the same direction as the wave is traveling. See here, these are close to each other. We call it as compression. And this is its distance. We call it as rarefaction. So, this is in the same direction, means parallel to each other. This is going in a perpendicular distance at right angles. That is a difference, one more difference between the transverse waves and longitudinal waves. Okay. So this is a direction of movement. This is also direction of movement. Here this is what is called as compressions, and this distance is called as wavelength, and this is called as rarefactions. This distance is called wavelength. I think you understood. And here also this distance between the two crests is called as wavelength, or it may be two troughs also. That is called wavelength. Please note it carefully. This moves in a perpendicular direction, and this is the height of a wave, and that is what you call it as amplitude. Okay. So these are the difference between the two waves. Now the same thing in longitudinal waves. This is how it moves. This is again compression. These are all called compressions. Compression means particles are close to each other. These are called rarefactions. Is it clear? I gave an example of, for the transfer, say I give an example, right? For this you have got what is called as pinky. It is a kind of spring. It is available in the market. Spring, there some part of this spring will be close to each other. Some part will be extended each other. So the extended part is called rarefaction. Closed part is called as compression. Okay. Pinky spring, you have seen? Something like a toy it will be, and it will be available in the market in 20 or 30 rupees, you get it. That is a longitudinal waves. Now some fun facts about sound. So about sound we will see some interesting items. The Thomas Alva Edison developed the first audio recording with the help of phonograph in 1877. It was a recitation of Mary Had a Little Lamb. So this Thomas Alva Edison was the first man to discover the phonograph. And one more thing, horror films like to use infrasound, which is below the range of human hearing. It creates shivering, anxiety, and even heart palpitations in humans when it is being played. So there will be, you might have heard or you might have seen. Don't experiment. Suppose you might have seen this horror films. They are called infrasound. Infra means what? Less than the human audible frequency. Means less than 20. If the audio frequency is less than 20, we call it as infrasound. That is one more thing. And dolphins. How many have seen dolphins? You may have seen in TV, na? Or in books also you might have seen dolphins. Very familiar or very affectionate fish is dolphin. Are able to detect sounds underwater from as far as 15 miles or 24 kilometers away. They are very active and they are very fond of human beings also. They play with human beings. This could be because sound travels at an astonishing 4.3 times faster in water than in air. So, the velocity of sound is 4.3 times than that's the velocity of air, sound in air. What is the velocity of sound in air? 330 meter per second. And in water it is into 4.3. So fast. Therefore, from 24 kilometers, the dolphins can hear the sound. Even you also might have experienced while swimming. Suppose you beat two stones on the surface of water, and if you go inside water, you can hear it. That is because the sound travels faster in water. Do you know what is louder than a car horn? The cry of a human baby which is about 115 decibels. 115. What is decibels? 1/10 of a bell is called as decibel. Bell is a unit. Okay, so the cry of a baby is louder than a car horn. Of course, when you say car horn, there are different types of horns, and usually general horn, the cry will be more than that. So my mother will hear quickly that the child is crying, is it not? Now one more interesting thing. Are you ready? Unscramble the following words. So here is one word that is scrambled. You have to make it proper in 5 seconds. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the set right, it will be like this. Longitudinal is a word. Are you catch it? Can you catch it? Okay, we'll try one more. Get ready. So this is one more word. In 5 seconds, you must set it right and tell. Okay? Get ready. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So answer is transverse. First one was longitudinal. Second one was transverse. Is it nice? Now we will see one more. Range of wavelengths and frequencies of electromagnetic radiations. So these are called electromagnetic radiations, which are of very much use even today. Radio waves. See, product of these two will be what is called as frequency into wavelength, gives the velocity. And velocity of light is about 3 lakh, no? So here radio waves have wavelength of 10 to the power of 9 angstroms. And the same angstroms, if you write in centimeters, it will be 10 centimeters. And range of frequency is 3 into 10 to the power of 9. And energy is about less than 10 to the power of minus 5 eV. What is eV? Electron volts. What is Hz? Hertz. Was it not? Microwaves have wavelength of 10 to the power of 9 to 10 to the power of 6 angstroms. When that is centimeters, 0.01 to 10 centimeters. And frequency 3 into 10 to the power of 9 to 3 into 10 to the power of 12. From this to this. And energy you are getting 10 to the power of minus 5 to 0.01 EVs. Coming to infrared, the wavelength is from 10 to the power of 6 to 7000. And wavelength is centimeters, 0.01 to 7 10 to the power of minus 5. And range of frequency 3 into 10 to the power of 12 to 4.3 into 10 to the power of 14. Energy is 0.01 to 2. So much of electron volt. Okay. Visible light means which we can see. Its wavelength is 4000 to 7000 angstroms. In centimeter, it is about 7 into 10 to the power of minus 5 to 4 into 10 to the power of minus 5 centimeters. And range of frequency is 4.3 into 10 to the power of 14 to 7.5 into 10 to the power of 14 hertz. And energy is 2 to 3 electron volts. Ultraviolet. Every spectrum has got how many colors? 7 colors. Where do you get the spectrum in nature? In rainbow. Is it not? And it starts with red, ends with violet. So the total series is called Vibgyor. So beyond that violet you have ultraviolet. Its wavelength is 4000 to 10 angstroms. or 4 into 10 to the power of minus 5 to 10 to the power of minus 7 centimeters. And range of frequency 7.5 into 10 to the power of 14 to 3 into 10 to the power of 17 hertz. And energy is 3 to 10 to the power of 3 EVs. X-rays. Most of you have undergone X-rays, right now? When a bone is cut, they will take X-ray. That is 10 into 10 to 0.1 angstroms or 10 to the power minus 7 to 10 to the power minus 9. So much of centimeters. And if you tell in hertz, frequency is 3 into 10 to the power of 17 to 3 into 10 to the power of 19. And energy is 10 cube to 10 to the power of 5 electron volts. Coming to gamma rays, they are the most powerful electromagnetic waves, and it is about less than 0.1 angstroms, and wavelength is less than 10 to the power of minus 9, and range of frequency is 3 into 10 to the power of 19, and the energy is 10 to the power of 5 electron volts. So what do you observe here? As a frequency, as a wavelength decreases, frequency increases. Is it not? So that the product of these two will be almost equal to the velocity of light. For example, here it is 10 to 3 to 10 to the power of 9. So almost it is equal to velocity of light. So like that, all products become velocity of light because it is an electromagnetic wave. Okay, so these are different source of electromagnetic radiations. And now we come to the nature, measure and quality of sound. The sound is measured by a unit called as decibels. Here deci means 1/10, bell means level of sound. And suppose you take two powers P1 and P2 are known to be differ by n decibels. Deci means tenth, 1/10. Deca means what? To the power of 10. This is 1/10 is called deci. You write small d. So this is the formula. N is equal to 10 into, this is into log 10 P2 by P1. What is that P2, P1? P2 is the sound which is to be measured. So this is the sound you have to measure, and P1 is a reference. So this is the formula to find the sound level. To make it very simple and understandable, see what happened today. Here log 10 means log with base 10. That you are going to study in a higher class about logarithms. Logarithms is a one kind of calculations. So all the multiplication, division, etc. are made simple by the help of logarithms. And there will be a table called as log table. And that log will have a base. Usually the base will be e. But in this formula, the base is 10. That is taken as a standard. Okay. There are different formulas also. Log m into n equals log m plus log n. Log m by n is equal to log m minus log n. Log m to the power of n is equal to n log m. Like that, you have formulas in logarithms, which you are going to study in class 11. Now, for human ears, the whisper is about 30 decibel. By using this formula, you get that. So, normal conversation, suppose X and Y are talking to each other, it will be 65 decibels. And suppose the class is very noisy, the sir or madam will come and say, oh, what a hell of noise you are making. Because our ear is not ready to hear that. So, here 65 decibels. And a jet plane taking off makes a noise of about 150 decibels. You have seen this jet plane? What difference between an ordinary plane and jet plane? Yes, jet plane there will be no propeller. Only injection means the air will be going outside while burning fuel, and plane will be going forward, right, by Newton's third law. So jet plane will give a very high amount of sound, about 150. So this is an example, and like that you can calculate the sound level of any object by this formula, and that is what is called as, and it is measured by a unit called bell. Usually use the word decibel for practical purposes. Now we will have a puzzle. Are you ready? You will be seeing in papers and all, newspapers especially, like puzzles like this. Now you can see some vertical things here and horizontal. So what is the first question? Down. Type of sound wave. See. So what you must do, you must continue clicking your mouse and letters appear one by one. So one click gives C here. So if you go on clicking, this vertical will fill up. So question is type of sound wave, and answer is mechanical. So this is the type of sound, and it is downwards. Second question, downwards again, type of wave which will form in all the three media. Means what? In all the three media means in solids, in liquids and gas. You must tell the type of wave. I think you are ready now. Can you guess? Let us see. And the name of the wave is longitudinal. Is it nice? So this wave is called longitudinal. And now one more down question. Unit for frequency of sound waves. Third one. It is third one here. So what is it called? Unit is hertz. Hertz. And next question. Across a type of wave from here. Fourth question is from here. So can you guess that answer? Little longer here. And answer is electromagnetic. So this is a type of wave, electromagnetic. Now last question, get ready. Needed for vibrations to be transmitted. Fifth question, can you guess that? Okay, let us see now. We want what is called as medium. So medium is necessary for transmitting of sound waves. So is it nice? This is mechanical wave, longitudinal wave, electromagnetic wave, and this is medium, and this is hertz. So this is a crossword puzzle. You can see in other books also like that, the puzzles, and we hope that you enjoy the working on the crossword puzzle, right? Now let us see what Baba tells about sound. You heard about Satya Sai Baba. We call him as Swami. The first step in the sadhana is cleaning of the speech. Talk sweetly and obligingly without anger. So whatever you speak, should not hurt others. Do not boast of your scholarship or attainments. Don't beat your own drum, it is called. Be humble, eager to serve. Conserve your speech. Practice silence. That will save you from unnecessary quarrels and conflicts. So conserve your speech. Talk less and less. Work more and more. Okay. So this is Baba's speech or Baba's words about speech. Now let us see one more saint of Karnataka called Basavanna. Have you heard about Basavanna? There are a very good number of saints and seers in Karnataka. Can I name one more? Allama Prabhu. One more? Akkamadevi. One more? Purandara Das. One more? Kanak Das. Like that, okay? Sheshinala Sharif. Now let us see what Basavanna says. Our speech has to be like a garland of pearls. Then Lord Shiva will bless our words with His grace. In Kannada it is said, Nudidare Muttina Haradantirabeko. So like a garland of pearls. Nudidare, come on, Linga Mechi Ahudahudanna Beku. So that is a Kannada word. So like that, Basavanna, very famous saint of Karnataka, he written very small poems called as Vachanas, and this is one of the Vachanas, one part of it, not full. So he told about speech, it should be like a garland of pearls. Then it will be accepted by Lord. That is what he has said, okay. Now let us see home assignment. First question, does a wave transfer energy or material? Second, write any two difference between transverse and mechanical waves. Third, do transverse waves form in solids? Lastly, even though thunder and lightning are formed simultaneously, lightning is seen first, thunder is heard next. Why? Okay, come prepared. Thank you.